Hi, today we're discussing comparing decimals. This is part of Unit 1 in Math 6. Comparing decimals, you are ready to do this if you understand our place value system very well. So here we go. Comparing decimals, sometimes it's easier than other times. It is most easy if both numbers have exactly the same number of digits before the decimal point and the same number of digits after the decimal point. When that's the case, all I need to do is look for the longer number. For example, the first comparison here is 34 and 1500ths, and I'm comparing it to 75 and 4600ths. If I was putting these numbers totally into hundredths, the first one is 3,415 hundredths, the other is 7,546 hundredths. Obviously, the first one is less than the second. This is your opportunity to take a look at the next three sets of numbers and make your decision. So go ahead, stop the tape. When you're ready, start it and check your answers. Okay, if you're ready to check your answers, the first 7 and 89 hundredths is greater than 7 and 83 hundredths. The second one, 19 and 3 tenths, is greater than 18 and 9 tenths. And the last on the page, 81 and 879 thousandths, is less than 81 and 978 thousandths. We're going to make it a little more difficult. We're going to go to the medium level. On the medium level, both numbers will have exactly the same number of digits after the decimal point, but before the decimal point will vary. For example, in the first case, we're comparing 4 and 78 hundredths to 35 and 21 hundredths. Again, if I put this totally in hundredths, the first number is 478 hundredths, and the last is 3,521 hundredths. Now, obviously, the second one is going to be larger. Another way to take a look at this is 4 and something is going to be less than 35 and something. So in this case, I want to use the less than symbol. It's a good time now to practice on your own. Stop the tape, and when you're ready, you can turn it on, and you can check your answers to the three that are highlighted now. In this case, we have 89 and 458 thousandths. That is greater than 9 and 758 thousandths. 19 and 9 tenths is less than 189 and 9 tenths. And the last one, 335 and 87 hundredths, is greater than 38 and 95 hundredths. We're going to move the challenge level up yet again. We're going to do something challenging now. It's not most challenging, but the next most challenging is if the number of digits after the decimal point varies. In a case like the first one that's highlighted here, I have 581 and 110, and I'm comparing that to 13 and 987 thousandths. What some people like to do is annex zeros so that the number of places after the decimal point is the same in both numbers. If I do that, now I can read both numbers in thousandths. The first is 548 and 100 thousandths. The second is 13 and 987 thousandths. And again, if I just change these totally to thousandths, the first one is 548,100 thousandths. The second is 13,987 thousandths. The first is obviously larger than the second. This is a good time to stop the tape and try solving the other two on your own. When you're ready, you can go ahead and start the tape and see how you did. Okay, in this case, if I take a look at the second problem, I have 78 and 156 thousandths, and I'm comparing that to 78 and 51 hundredths. I'm going to go ahead and annex a zero, so now I'm comparing thousandths to thousandths. 78 and 156 thousandths, or 78 and 510 thousandths. The first is less than the second in this case. The last one on the page is 4 and 92 hundredths, and I'm going to compare that to 4 and 916 thousandths. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to annex a zero on the first number, so now I'm dealing with thousandths and thousandths. And when I compare these, I know I have 4,920 thousandths or 4,916 thousandths, and I know the first number is larger, so I should use a greater than symbol. On this page, I just want to give you an opportunity to stop the tape and make all your comparisons. There's a variety here. When you're ready, turn the tape on to correct your answers. Okay, you may or may not have put zeros in here to get the number of decimal places after the decimal point to be the same. In either case, you can check your answers. 80 and 5 tenths is greater than 79 and 678 thousandths. 184 and 56 hundredths is less than 184 and 65 hundredths. The third one, 37 and 408 thousandths is less than 37 and 8 tenths. And the last one on the page, 3 and 7 tenths, is less than 37. The last thing to do before you finish your notes is please record any questions you have for me, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a good night.